A chilly
news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
First off, welcome back.
Thank you. I think I fell asleep in the sun. I think I have a little bit of red.
You got a little color.
A little bit of color here, and unfortunately not a whole lot of sunshine today, but it's going to be drying up a little bit. We'll take a look right here what's going on in the current conditions. Look at our across upstate New York. We're at 32 degrees in Rome right now, pretty much near or below freezing in a lot of our local area. And so because of that, not only are we seeing some dry areas mixed in, but also some lake effect snow impacting parts of the southwestern portion of Madison County and parts of Chenango County right now. Now, of course, as you head farther towards Syracuse, it is above freezing. But for the time being, anything that's falling from the sky early this morning would likely fall as snow. But today, we're warming up into the upper 30s to low 40s with some spotty rain showers. Now, the pattern shows this lake effect pattern ending today. However, we're going to track another round of rainfall that'll arrive later on Saturday. That'll spell another chance for lake effect as we head into next week. But we're going to time that out, talk about conditions hour by hour as we head into that all-important weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Little Falls and State Police.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Happy Friday. Time now 5:09. Here's a look at your forecast in a minute as you head out the door today. First off, a look at what we're expecting today. So beginning, we have a few spotty rain and snow showers taking place, and it will progressively dry up as we head throughout the afternoon and into early Saturday. It's going to be the driest stretch of weather we're going to see for quite a while because more rain develops Saturday evening, and that might turn to some lake effect snow for the second half of the weekend. But look at those current roadway conditions out there. It is damp, but for the most part, again, in some of those areas where snow has fallen, roads are treated. But you can see here some lake effect snow taking place now, entering the northwestern portion of Chenango County. And we're going to see that progress and weaken throughout the day today. But as you can see here, a dry start with rain late Saturday, lake effect snow on Sunday. We're going to dive into, again, that weekend forecast in a lot more detail coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Now to Otsego County, where
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back, everybody, on this Friday. Well, I definitely missed a lot when it comes to upstate New York weather, the lake effect snow. I still felt some cold down in Florida, but again, I missed a lot of the official first snowfalls for a lot of locations. Either way, we look outside right now. It's a damp start to your day today, a little chilly, temperatures near freezing or below freezing, depending on location. And on top of that, we have some lake effect snowfall taking place in locations south and west of Utica along that band heading beyond Syracuse down into the southwestern portion of Hamilton County, or excuse me, in Madison County, south of Hamilton, and then towards Chenango County near Norwich. We zoom out. This is part of, again, that much larger lake effect band here, which will progressively weaken as we head throughout the day. And in fact, we're going to see this pattern shift to a drier pattern as we're going to get that northwest flow to exit, and we're going to get more of a westerly wind to move in. And this will take place tonight through early Saturday. So if you have any plans, any things you have to get done outdoors this weekend, tomorrow morning and the early afternoon, your best bet. It's actually the mildest time of the weekend here before that widespread rain moves in Saturday night. And then following that, we're going to track some lake effect snow showers heading into Sunday pretty much throughout the entire day. But let's dive in here to the Skycast. So, as I mentioned, early this morning, south and west of Utica, more unsettled than not. Then that band shifts its way north. You could see a spotty shower or a flurry throughout the day today. By this evening and tonight, we're going to see conditions dry up, especially early tomorrow. Cloudy skies initially. Yes, a little chilly. Temperatures in the mid-30s by the early afternoon, but it's dry. Then we're going to see that widespread rain move in Saturday evening. Overnight, a few scattered rain showers, and then those temperatures cool enough to support maybe some rain in the lowest elevations and some lake effect snow in those higher elevations, cooling down to almost all lake effect snow heading into Sunday night with those colder temperatures. Now, initial thoughts of snowfall. This is a model output, not an official forecast here, but you can see the general idea of where that most of that snow is going to fall. Obviously, Tug Hill, highest elevations in the Adirondacks, a few spotty locations here, 1 to 2 inches. But as we head throughout the weekend, we'll start diving into this too, because there's a much more favorable pattern for lake effect snow, especially as we head into next week. Monday and Tuesday, a little windy and a little snowy in parts of the area. Still, though, we've got some pretty winter-like conditions, at least for the next 5 to 6 days. Signs do point to a warming pattern following this lake effect pattern next week. But either way, Gary, what a welcome back to New York. We're already tracking some lake effect snow, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed Florida.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:19. Thank you for joining us on this Friday morning. Meteorologist Eric Gage over in the Weather Center. And Eric, kind of another damp morning out there.
Yeah, that's right. Damp, a little snowy in parts of the area, especially just south and west of Utica. Let's take a look at what's going on out there right now. For much of the area, it is cold. That's the pretty consistent story here. The low 30s, some spots even upper 20s as you head towards Johnstown. Now there's clear skies out to the east with some lake effect rain and snow farther west. Pretty much self-explanatory this time of year. A live look at Oneonta, a little quieter down in the city of the hills, but you head into other portions of the southern valley, especially in parts of Shenango, even heading into the hilltops of Madison County, heading toward the western portion, I should say. And we got some lake effect snow falling. That's where much of that is currently taking place early today. We are expecting that band to sweep its way eastward, and you could see a spotty shower or two mixed in with a few flurries, depending on elevation. But then we dry out as we head toward tonight, and especially early tomorrow. We're going to take a look at the best times for any outdoor plans. Yes, I know it's cold, but some of you might be putting up some Christmas decorations too. We'll time that out coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Thanks, and don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. The government is back in
Weather finally here. Stay informed with the WKTV weather app. Up to the second forecast that you need to keep your family safe. And make sure to download the WKTV News app for up-to-the-minute school closings and delays.
This portion of News Channel 2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. Our photo of the day today takes us to Whitesboro, and a great shot right here of something that I have yet to see yet. I took my hiatus to Florida recently, but some of you who were here got to see some of that lake effect snow. And what better to show snowfall than some snow-covered snowberries? Again, in Whitesboro, taken by Paul. So amazing photo right here of some pink snowberries you can see pictured, and of course some decent lake effect snow that took place earlier this week. If you have a snowy photo you'd like to send to us, showcasing your neck of the woods, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. So today, it starts out with some lake effect snow south and west of our area. We're going to see that dry up throughout the afternoon and evening with a drier start Saturday, but more in terms of lake effect snow showers on Sunday. We'll dive into that weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Salvation Army's
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Time now 5:48, going on 5:49 on this Friday, and we start out with damp conditions, but mostly dry here across the Mohawk Valley. A different story heading out south and west. Live look at downtown Utica. See wet roads out there early today. Temperature sitting at 32-ish degrees, officially 32 in Rome, with some calm winds right now. And a look at the Yorkville Battery live radar. We have some of that lake effect snow taking place primarily in Madison County and some of those higher elevations in Onondaga County. But as you head farther east, it is drying up a little bit. We're going to see this band of rain and snow move its way north and east throughout the day today and progressively weaken. And that is going to change this overall northwest flow pattern that's producing this lake effect snow. Watch what happens here. Those winds get carried more and more north and eastward. So we do dry up a little bit. And the time frame of that dry weather continues through tonight and much of the early day Saturday. So if you have any plans for any outdoor work or whatnot, Saturday morning into the early afternoon is your best bet. Because as we head into Saturday evening, we got this warm front providing us with widespread rain into the evening and overnight. And then in the wake of that, we're going to track some lake effect rain and snow showers heading into Sunday. So in terms of dry weather, Saturday morning and early afternoon, your best bet. To our Skycast, we're seeing that spotty rain and snow today. It's light. It's going to continue to weaken in the evening and overnight. Temperatures falling near or below freezing with mostly cloudy skies to start your day tomorrow. Then we warm up into the mid to upper 30s, so it won't be that warm as we head into the early afternoon tomorrow. But again, it is dry. Then we're going to see that cold rain move in Saturday evening, potentially some light mixing in some of those higher elevations. And then switching over to a rain and snow mix early Sunday from lake effect, and then over to all snow in terms of lake effect snow by Sunday evening and Sunday night, setting the stage for a more favorable pattern for lake effect snow next week. But this is the initial round of potential snowfall by Sunday night into the early morning hours Monday. And obviously, you know, Tug Hill, highest elevations in the Adirondacks could see the most amount of snow. But you head farther into the lower elevations, there's just too much mixing taking place, maybe a sleety snow mix. So overall, we're not expecting any notable accumulations heading into Sunday. But Monday and Tuesday next week are a better shot for some accumulating lake effect snow in parts of the area. Stay tuned for that as temperatures fall into the mid-30s both days.
Sounds like a recurring theme this week.
Yeah, we got some snow showers moving in, and then dry weather, and then repeat that.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
Fresh back from Florida, and you brought the cold air from Florida, didn't you?
I know. I tried to bring some warmth, but even down there, Gary, I mean, I was in Naples, and it was in the 50s. We were wearing sweatshirts. So
Chilly.
Never thought I would want to doing that. But you guys got to experience some snow, so I guess, you know, I'll take the 50s. Either way, we're back to a chilly start today in the 30s. 31 in Rome, 32 Hamilton, 28, a little bit more on the chilly side heading down the valley in Johnstown. And Syracuse reporting rain showers. And that's from a lake effect band, which I'll show here in a second. A live look at Oneonta. Relatively quiet morning in the city of the hills as we take a look here at the live radar. There's that lake effect rain, and as you head into those higher elevations in Shenango and Madison County, it's turning over to some snow. So looking like the hilltops of Madison County, potentially Route 20, if you are heading through that location in Madison County, there might be some snow-covered roadways. I'll do a bit more of a deeper dive into the road conditions there coming up in a few minutes. But again, today we do start out in the 30s, climbing into the low 40s this afternoon with a passing flurry or sprinkle, depending on elevation. And this will be a drying pattern as we head into tonight and early tomorrow. But there's more rain, even some lake effect snow on the way heading into the weekend. We'll dive into when that arrives. We'll go hour by hour on the best times you can spend outside this weekend straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Little Falls Police and State.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Time now is going on 6:10. Here's a look at your forecast in a minute as you head out to work today. First off, we're going to take a look right now at what you can expect today. So we start out with some lake effect rain, or actually mainly lake effect snow here locally, south and west of Utica and some of those higher elevations. The rest of us mostly quiet. In fact, some of you farther east could see mainly clear skies early today. We are drying up with some spotty sprinkles and flurries throughout the day as that system pushes its way eastward and then continues to fall apart, with a dry stretch heading into early Saturday, but there's more rainfall arriving Saturday evening and overnight, turning to some lake effect snow showers on Sunday. A look at those roadways this morning. Still, there's a lack of any traffic cameras moving through those higher elevations along Route 20 here. So no official confirmations on road conditions inside that lake effect band. But just a heads up, if you're heading that direction along Route 20, you're going to be encountering some lake effect snow. Either way, we're going to see some rainfall arrive Saturday nights and lake effect snow on Sunday. But before that, you could be seeing some pretty decent weather, at least comparatively to the past few days. We're going to track what you can expect hour by hour throughout the weekend coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Now to Otsego County, where the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. I want to start out by just looking at this gorgeous sunrise we have here out in the distance. Look at the vibrant colors of reds, purples, even some yellows out in the distance there. Showcasing what will be an overall just unsettled day today, as those clouds that you see right here are going to continue to move its way eastward. We're going to see some of that lake effect move its way again more to the east, but we will be drying out as we head into this evening and heading overnight. Either way, officially 31 degrees at Griffiths and Rome right now, just below freezing slightly. And we look at the Yorkville Battery live radar, and there's that lake effect snow taking place mainly in Madison County right now. It is falling apart a little bit as it heads toward Shenango and Otsego counties. But either way, we zoom out, you can see it's starting to weaken a little bit, and we're going to see maybe a few spotty sprinkles and flurries throughout the afternoon. As I mentioned, generally unsettled, but not very impactful in terms of weather today. In fact, that northwest flow, providing that lake effect gets cut off, we're going to dry up tonight and into early tomorrow. But as we progress throughout tomorrow evening, our next round of any impactful weather will be in the form of rainfall. And that'll move in as we head into Saturday evening and overnight. Following that, the backside of it will drag in some more northwest winds and, you guessed it, some more lake effect snow. But let's zoom in here in the Skycast. We'll go hour by hour this weekend. So today, it's a little unsettled, spotty sprinkles, wintry mix, and a few flurries here and there. By this evening, highs near 40. Then tonight, we're going to dry up with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow starts out cloudy, temperatures just rising above freezing. If you have any plans this weekend, I'm thinking Saturday morning and early afternoon, your best bet. Yes, a little chilly, but it's dry out. Widespread rain moves in Saturday evening, a little bit around sunset, and then pretty much steady overnight into early Sunday before it turns to some spotty lake effect rain and snow, eventually over to mostly snow showers as those temperatures cool by Sunday night. And then we're going to fine-tune that lake effect band positioning and whatnot as we head next week, because that's our better shot for any sustained lake effect snow in parts of our area. But at least initially, at least to start Sunday, we'll look at some potential snowfall accumulations, and this is mainly driven in the Tug Hill area, a lot less due to mixing heading in the Mohawk Valley. Your 7-day forecast, there's more potential for lake effect snow Monday and Tuesday and next week, but when it comes this weekend, Saturday, looking mostly dry, and I know as we get closer and closer to Christmas time, I know it's less and less if you want to go outside and hang up some Christmas lights when it's like 20 degrees out. So probably Saturday morning, early afternoon, your best bet for doing those activities outdoors.
Good tip.
Yes, do it outside.
We'll see a lot of folks doing that. Eric, thanks. Well, this week in Washington, the House, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. On this Friday morning, meteorologist Eric Gage tracking some light rain and snow over in the Weather Center. And Eric, those lake effect snow showers are popping up left and right.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to see a little bit more of that later on this morning, this afternoon. But they will be lightening up, which is the good news here. Let's take a look at what's going on outside right now. First off, currently 31 officially in Rome, 38 with some rain showers in Syracuse. So that warm pocket of air still taking place out in the western portions of our area here. But either way, we look at a live view of Oneonta. It's a relatively quiet morning down in the southern valleys, with the exception of some lake effect snow taking place right here. And as I mentioned, it is falling apart a little bit. Expect a few spotty rain and snow showers throughout the early half of the day today as this wind gets carried more north and eastward. So today, clouds, spotty showers, and snowfall. Temperatures upper 30s, low 40s. By tonight, we're going to see conditions dry up a little bit and look mostly dry for the start of your Saturday. But by Saturday evening and into the overnight, we're going to track that rainfall moving in, and then on the back side of that, some lake effect snow. So we're going to track all that and more coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The government is back in business, and so
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody. Today's photo of the day takes us to Whitesboro, and a specialty photo right here because not only is there snow in this picture here, but what better to show an example of snowfall than snow-covered snowberries? You got some pink snowberries pictured here, and of course from fresh snowfall recently taken by Paul in Whitesboro. So shout out to those of you watching from Whitesboro this morning. If you have a photo like this showcasing your neck of the woods, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Always looking forward to seeing some new submissions every day, and of course we'll share it right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise. So today, we are tracking some lake effect snow south and west of Utica. Those of you in the hilltops of Madison County might be seeing a fresh snowfall to start your day today, but we're going to see a mix of some light snow and sprinkles this afternoon, drying up with more rain, even some lake effect snow on the way this weekend. We're going to time it out hour by hour coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Salvation Army's Red Kettle.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Just wow, what a sunrise to start your Friday. Take a look at what's going on outside right now. Fiery sunrise this morning. Great welcome back after I spent a few days down in Florida. And I missed some of the lake effect snow, but I guess I'm back and treated to this. So I'll take credit. I'm just kidding. But either way, this is an amazing shot of the sunrise this morning. The temperatures, though, still a bit chilly out there. We begin at 31 degrees. Calm winds, a bit brisk with that wind chill. And we're going to see conditions remain somewhat unsettled today. See that lake effect snowfall taking place south and west of Utica? That's going to move its way north and east with a few spotty sprinkles and flurries throughout the day as this weather pattern, at least the wind pattern, shifts. And we'll talk about the changing pattern here in a second, but I do want to focus more on what's going to be taking place tomorrow. Those of you who are hunters, opening day takes place, and what can you expect? Well, the morning's going to be a bit chilly. Dry start, though, with rainfall arriving in the afternoon. Maybe this approaching system would be enough to kick up some deer movement. We're going to be warming up into the 40s, maybe hunting in the evening, a bit on the wet side. We're going to track some lake effect snow heading into Sunday. So we take a look right here on the bigger picture. There's that remnant rain and snow this evening drying up. It's a dry start for much of the day tomorrow. And then by tomorrow evening, there's that widespread rain moving through central New York. The backside of this front's going to kick in some lake effect snow showers, mainly rain in the valley initially, but then that cooler air does work in overnight into early Monday. So piecing this all together here in the Skycast, today we start out with a mix of clouds, maybe a few flurries and sprinkles. This afternoon, drying up a little bit, especially closer to this evening around sunset. Mostly cloudy tonight. Overnight lows in the 30s and 20s. Tomorrow, we warm up into the upper 30s, near 40, but that's going to be accompanied with some rain showers, especially after sunset and beyond. Heavy to moderate rainfall. Then the backside of it, a mix of rain, snow from lake effect, turning over to all snow by Sunday evening as that northwesterly pattern moves in again. Now, in terms of any accumulating snowfall, at least the initial thoughts for the into Sunday night is right here. Mainly Tug Hill, highest elevations, the Adirondacks. But we'll dive into this forecast, especially in a lot more detail as we approach Monday and Tuesday next week. Our best shot for any accumulating snow in parts of the area. 7-day forecast. Following that lake effect snow potential, we are tracking some slightly warmer temperatures toward the end of the week and into next week. So this is not a long-term scenario, but Gary, I'm trying to do this forecast here. I'm just looking off camera. I mean, even it's behind you right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the sunrise. My goodness, what a great shot this morning.
Yeah, the shot behind you over there, probably one of the best we've ever seen.
It's been so colorful. It's a great welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
That's for sure. Well, we are officially in respiratory for the weather. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us. And Eric, another damp, cloudy day. It seems like we're in a pattern.
Yeah, it's been a little rainy, a little snowy in parts of the area today, but we're going to dry up as we head throughout the afternoon. In fact, we'll look at downtown Utica. We're seeing some glimpses of blue skies, and that's pretty much the story for today. We're going to see a mix of clouds, sunshine, and damp conditions. Again, the damp conditions initially, as we take a look right here at the Yorkville Battery live radar, some lake effect starting to wind down, turning to eventually dry conditions tonight through even tomorrow. So as we approach this evening, temperatures are going to peak in the upper 30s, low 40s. I'm thinking with some more sunshine opportunity, maybe a lot more locations hitting that low 40-degree mark. Either way, by tonight, we're down to a frosty low in the low 30s before a mostly dry Saturday is expected. But we are tracking another round of rainfall arriving Saturday evening and Saturday overnight. We're going to track that rainfall plus what follows as we head into the end of the weekend in terms of potential lake effect snow. All that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Today, a slow...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Friday, everybody. Today, after a damp start, we're going to start to see quieter weather as we approach the afternoon. In fact, already starting to see some blue skies working their way into downtown Utica right now. Temperature sitting at a balmy, looks like 41 degrees. Now, a little brisk out there with a westerly wind of around 6 miles an hour. And today's highs will be roughly at this temperature range, low 40s. So it's a seasonable, cool day out there. And as we look at the radar right now, the lake effect is starting to wind down with even more dry weather expected this evening as that northwesterly flow gets cut off. And I'll show that more in a couple of minutes here. But I want to focus more on anything happening tomorrow in terms of any Christmas decorations that could be put up, or, for example, the Southern Zone's opening day taking place for rifle season tomorrow. If you're heading out early, temperatures will be right around freezing or below it with cloudy skies and a dry late morning, early afternoon. But right around sunset, you're going to see widespread rain, which would be the warmest time of the day. So maybe a little bit damp on that evening hunt if you're still going out there tomorrow evening. But again, if you are doing, for example, decorations or anything outdoors tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, even early morning too, if it's a little on the chilly side, the driest of the weekend. Because watch what happens here. That widespread rain moves in, and then that cold pocket of air works its way through the area by Sunday and into Monday, and that's going to produce initially lake effect rain and snow, turning over to all lake effect snow by Monday. So looking at our skycast today, it's a mix of sun, clouds, and some drizzle and flurries, but as I mentioned, it's going to progressively dry out as we approach this evening. Maybe a few stray flurries, but that's really about it. Tonight, it's looking mostly cloudy. Tomorrow morning, a chilly but dry start. A cloudy early afternoon for your Saturday. Highs in the upper 30s, low 40s. And those highs will happen when the rainfall arrives heading into the overnight. So a cold November rain expected for your Saturday night into Sunday. Then Sunday morning, a mix of drizzle and flurries turning to scattered lake effect snow by the afternoon and evening as those temperatures fall into the low 30s and upper 20s. And these organized lake effect bands begin to set up across the area. And as we approach the weekend, we'll have a more fine-tuned forecast in terms of snowfall totals. But either way, the best chance for accumulating snow will be Sunday night into Monday morning. Windy, lake effect snow continues. It winds down a little bit as we head to Tuesday. And temperatures start climbing into the upper 30s, near 40 degrees by the end of next week. So we are tracking a maybe somewhat snowy and cold pattern with a slight warm-up as we head into the second half of the week. So not a complete cool down by any means, but either way, stay tuned for any updates on that snowfall forecast to wrap up the weekend. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Christmas shopping season. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And if you weren't with us this morning, I think it was maybe around 6 o'clock or so. This probably the best sunrise I think I've ever seen.
It was so gorgeous. It came out of nowhere this morning. Here's a look at it right here. And I actually was able to make a time lapse of it here. So watch as we begin with some pretty vibrant purples and yellows, and then the oranges came in full force as we headed around, as Gary mentioned, 6:30 potentially. Sun eventually rose, and then we had a few more clouds and eventually some lake effect rain and flurries to deal with throughout the morning. But either way, what an incredible sunrise to be treated back to here in the Utica area. Now, we are still dealing with some cloud cover. We're not going to be out of this entirely today. And throughout the early afternoon, we're still tracking some unsettled conditions. A few spotty sprinkles and flurries here and there. As we head into tonight's, it's going to dry up even more, and our temperatures go from the low 40s down into the low 30s. A little bit chilly and even some frost in parts of the area overnight. And then by tomorrow, we're going to track a mainly dry day, but we are looking at some rainfall arriving Saturday evening, turning to lake effect rain and snow eventually by Sunday. We're going to time all that out and have your more detailed, all-important weekend forecast coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. State police arrested a man.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. We begin today, or at least this afternoon, with some peaks of sunshine. A live look at downtown Utica. In between some of these lake effect cloud bands, we are seeing a glimpse of that elusive blue sky here in the Mohawk Valley. Temperature sitting at 41 degrees. Again, pretty self-explanatory, mostly cloudy skies reported at Griffis and Rome. A west-northwesterly wind of 6 miles an hour. That wind chill a little brisk at 37. That feels like temperature. So despite it climbing officially into the 40s, it is still expected to be a cooler day today. Live look at the radar. A few spotty flurries and sprinkles across parts of the area. That's going to progressively dry up this evening as the overall northwesterly pattern that usually brings us lake effect will begin to taper off, and we're getting more of a southerly wind as we head into the overnight and eventually early tomorrow. More notably, opening day takes place tomorrow. For those of you who hunt for rifle season, the southern zones, you start out in the 30s or even in some spots upper 20s. A chilly but dry start. Rainfall arrives around sunset in the evening hours, so a bit of a damp or a bit damp as you head into the evening hunt potentially. But with this approaching system, there is a pressure change, which could likely mean the deer will be moving a lot more frequently. If you're not a hunter, you have any other plans tomorrow, even putting out some Christmas decorations, it looks pretty nice weather-wise for that. But again, maybe put on some gloves. It's still going to be a bit chilly out there. So, a bit of a ridge sets into our area briefly before another round of low pressure works its way in, heading into Saturday evening and overnight. This low is going to drag in some more chilly temperatures aloft, promoting lake effect rain and snow early Sunday, switching over to all lake effect snow Sunday night into Monday. Now, it officially is still too soon for any forecasts, very narrow bands. I'll show you a bit of a preview of what our model's putting out, but I think a lot of the strongest bands will be taking place south and west of Utica. Again, I'll dive into that here in a second. But let's zoom in here in the SkyCast. A few spotty sprinkles and flurries this afternoon, drying up with cloudy skies tonight. Even a few peaks of clear skies as well. Maybe the moonlight might help out with walking out to your stands early tomorrow. Either way, we warm up into the mid to upper 30s. Not really that much of a warm day tomorrow, but then here comes that widespread rain overnight. A cold November rain, switching over to lake effect rain and snow, and then those temperatures cool down below freezing Sunday evening and Sunday night, with our best shot for accumulating snow to take place in parts of the area. Now, this is not an official forecast, just a model oppo here, but you can see where some of these zones setting up. I'm thinking maybe more closer to the areas south of Syracuse and obviously, Tug Hill. But stay tuned as we put out official numbers. This is a rough idea of where that snow is expected to accumulate. Your 7-day forecast following the lake effect event taking place Sunday into Monday and early Tuesday. We do slowly dry up Wednesday and Thursday with a lot more opportunity for some slightly warmer conditions. This is not a long duration cold spell, so we're going to be back up into the upper 30s, low 40s by the end of next week.
So something to look forward to, I guess, on Saturday. Pretty dry.
Yeah, pretty dry for the most part. Saturday, have any plans tomorrow? Looks pretty good.
Yeah, get those decorations up. Eric, thanks. The Salvation.
Bill Cardis, heading into our weekend. Seems like the winter-like trend continues.
Yeah, we do get a break from the snow at least, and we're tracking some wind as we head into Saturday night, so the weather does stay unsettled, but it's going to be a little bit different compared to how this week has been playing out. For once, things are fairly quiet. We do have a few lingering rain and snow showers in Otsego and Madison County, so there could be a brief shower here this evening, but for the most part, we will stay dry. 39 degrees is the current temperature of Griffith and Rome. We'll be above freezing for most of this evening, so no black ice concerns. Dry start to the weekend, but rain does return late Saturday, as does the wind. We're looking at windy conditions Saturday night as well as Sunday, and there will be some snow showers that set up late Sunday along with some lake effect snow for early next week. We'll have more details on that. And where that's going to be setting up coming up. Cloudy skies this evening, a brief shower, temperatures again in the upper 30s. We've got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Herkimer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are tracking cloudy conditions to start the weekend. The weather looks pretty nice early on Saturday before things change again. Let's take a live look at downtown Utica. It's been a very cloudy, chilly week, and this weather is going to spill into the weekend. Saturday starts out dry. There's going to be an east wind, so it's going to be chilly. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s. But if you do want to get outside, I think Saturday morning should be okay. Just dress nice and warm. Rain will be returning in the late afternoon to early evening. It becomes widespread overnight. And then rain showers will quickly turn to snow showers on Sunday. Temperatures will start out in the low 40s and cool off throughout the day. And that wind is going to pick up as we head throughout the afternoon. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing just a few very light rain and snow showers from Madison County to Otsego County. These are very slowly drifting to the south and east. And for the most part, we do get a chance to dry out. This lingering lake effect snow and rain, it's been very persistent, but is finally in the process of weakening. Reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Again, tomorrow it's going to be chilly. Temperatures will be in the 30s most of the day. The wind chill will make it feel like low to mid 30s. But it does stay dry, at least for the first half of the day. And the winds will be calm for the most part tonight. And then Saturday morning, they come from the east. And they'll pick up throughout the day. So winds around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, wind gusts between about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So not a big deal, but notice how much it picks up in the evening time, especially at some of those hilltop locations south of the Mohawk Valley. A strong south wind is going to cause 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts across southern Oneida and southern Herkimer County, but the Mohawk Valley won't see the winds quite that strong until tomorrow night. Then the winds turn into the west. We all see 30 to 40 mile an hour winds Sunday morning. This is early Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, just a windy day. Again, wind gusts between about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Again, not enough to cause any big problems, but definitely enough to make it feel uncomfortable outside. That's for sure. So you look at the big picture. Low pressure slowly moves to the east. The next one rolls in from the northwest. And again, tonight, overnight lows drop into the 20s. We should see a few breaks in the overcast early Saturday, but it doesn't last. It's cloudy for the majority of the day, and the rain will be arriving in the afternoon. It looks like the start time will be close to sunset. Widespread rain is expected tomorrow night, and then rain showers turn over to snow showers on Sunday. Not expecting too much of an accumulation Sunday afternoon. Temperatures will be dropping into the 30s. There will be some lake effect snow Sunday night, Monday, as well as Tuesday, and the current wind forecast is keeping the bands generally south of the Mohawk Valley, so this would affect the southern valleys into early next week. As we get closer, we'll have a better idea of which spots and how much snow. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 26. Tomorrow, looking at cloudy skies, rain develops late 39. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, windy Sunday into Monday, and it gets much colder early next week. Temperatures only in the mid 30s Monday afternoon, lake effect snow. Tuesday, snow showers 38. The weather does improve and starts to warm up, at least for this time of the year. We'll be into the mid to upper 40s Thursday and Friday. Maybe a little bit of sunshine. Imagine
Well, wouldn't that be
What?
nice?
All right, thanks, Phil. It's a highly contagious.
So we're tracking some chilly weather heading into the weekend. Actually, there's a beautiful sunrise this morning. This picture from Tiffany Button in Edmonston. This is almost like postcard worthy here, with the higher elevations getting a light snowfall overnight and a few slippery spots early this morning. There are a few sprinkles and showers out there, but they're not going to be much of a problem here. Things looked very, very light, and we do get a chance to dry out. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperatures are going to be cooler than average. We're typically in the mid 40s this time of the year. We haven't been there all week. We're going to continue that trend here over the next several days. Although looking ahead, we should start to warm up by the middle and end of next week, with temperatures making a run back into the mid to upper 40s. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, temperatures will be in the 30s, generally cloudy skies. Tonight's featured dogs, Rowdy, Willow, and Nicholas. From Ilion. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
What a trio they are.
Yeah, look.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking a cloudy start to the weekend with rain returning tomorrow night. Let's take a live look at Oneonta. Temperature of 36 degrees. Again, it starts out cloudy this weekend and breezy, and it is a chilly Saturday with temperatures in the 30s. Rain will be arriving in the late afternoon to early evening, generally around or after sunset. And it's wet Saturday night. Rain showers early Sunday change over to snow showers, and it's windy. Temperatures will be in the low 40s early in the day, and then it'll cool off throughout the afternoon and evening. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few very light sprinkles and flurries this evening. Very little activity is expected tonight. We do get a chance to dry out. Breezy conditions Saturday. The winds pick up Saturday night into Sunday. We're expecting 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts Sunday and Monday. So some windy and cold weather to go along with that. But the wind is not going to get to that damaging level where we get power outages or tree damage or debris. but it will be uncomfortable for sure if you're going to be spending time outdoors. Breezy conditions expected Tuesday. Skywatchers checking in. We're in the 30s. Whitesboro, 40 degrees. Cassville, 37. Barneveld, 36. Bill and Old Forge, 32. Curtis, Dick with 33. Sandy and Fairfield, 34. Jeff and Mohawk, 40. Westford with 36 degrees. Scott and Edmonston with 38. As we look at the bigger picture, we've got a low-moving area of low pressure. It's just been plaguing our weather, giving us clouds and rain and snow showers for the past couple of days. This will finally move to the east just to be replaced by another one as we head into tomorrow night. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, mostly cloudy skies overnight. A few breaks in the overcast will help temperatures fall below freezing to start tomorrow morning. It's generally cloudy Saturday. A bit of a breeze, temperatures in the upper 30s in the afternoon. Rain arrives again right around dusk, around 5 o'clock, and it moves in from the west. Rain will continue. There will be a very light period of freezing rain in Hamilton County, especially some of the deeper pockets of the Adirondacks. Then as we head into Sunday, we're expecting snow showers. There could be a minor accumulation in the hilltop locations, temperatures in the 30s. Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday, we're expecting lake effect snow. And the prevailing wind direction looks like it's going to keep most of these bands south of the Mohawk Valley, and we'll continue to keep an eye on this. Forecast for tonight, cloudy, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy skies in the morning, rain arrives late, 39. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Windy, unsettled Sunday, rain turns over to snow showers, 41. Lake effect snow Monday and Tuesday, temperatures in the 30s. The weather starts to finally warm up. We're back into the 40s, perhaps even upper 40s by Friday under mostly cloudy skies. We'll be right back.
Into our weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We saw some small improvements in our weather today. Actually, a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. We're looking at cloudy skies this evening. A couple of sprinkles and flurries are lingering around. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It really won't be a problem tonight if you're heading out. And we are above freezing, so no slippery spots expected. 39 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. As we head into the weekend, it does start out dry. Rain is expected to arrive Saturday during the late afternoon to early evening, and it's going to be a chilly day. By Sunday, the winds pick up, rain and snow showers. We get back into this unsettled weather pattern that we've been experiencing most of the week, and we also see some lake effect snow in our future as we head into Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. Cloudy skies this evening, a brief shower, temperatures in the upper 30s. I'm tracking the forecast heading into the weekend and what we can expect early next week with that lake effect as well. Look at the forecasts coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Herkimer, Oneida.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking cloudy skies to start the weekend and a return to rain as we head into Saturday night. Let's take a live look in downtown Utica. Cloudy skies. We're getting a break from the rain and the snow today. In fact, it was nice to see a little bit of sunshine. Unfortunately, it's not going to be like this throughout the weekend. On Saturday, it's cloudy. There's going to be an east wind, and it will be chilly. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Rain does look to return late in the day, closer to sunset. Rain's with us Saturday night. Showers on Sunday, windy, an early high of 41, with some lake effect snow showers setting up Sunday night. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some sprinkles, some flurries continue across central New York, especially in the higher terrain. Tomorrow, the winds come from the east, and temperatures will be in the 30s most of the day. With the wind, it's going to feel like low 30s throughout the afternoon. As we look at the wind speed, Saturday morning is fairly light. Should be comfortable in the morning if you want to get out and go for a walk. It's probably the best time to do it. The winds will be picking up throughout the afternoon, becoming windy Saturday evening, especially along hilltops south of the Mohawk Valley. The winds will pick up across all of central New York Saturday night as a cold front sweeps in from the west. Wind gusts are expected to be between 30 to 40 miles an hour Sunday night, Saturday night into Sunday morning, as well as Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon looks windy too. The winds will be gradually diminishing throughout Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Skywatchers checking in. Temperatures close to 40 in Whitesboro, Clinton, and New Hartford. Barneveld 36. Curtis 33, Fairfield 34, Jeff and Mohawk 40. And Dave in Westford checks in with 36. Low pressure slowly pushing to the east, only to be replaced by another one as we head into the middle of the weekend. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. A few breaks in the overcast tonight will help us fall below freezing. Saturday morning starts out cloudy, and it stays cloudy throughout the day. A bit of a breeze picks up late. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s. The rain arrives right around dusk, so between about 4 to 5 o'clock, moves in from the west. The rain becomes widespread. There could be some pockets of ice in Hamilton County. Colder weather arrives on Sunday. Rain turns over to snow showers. We'll be seeing snow showers throughout the day Sunday. Some minor accumulation along the higher terrain. Lake effect snow is expected Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. The prevailing wind direction looks to keep the bands generally south and west of Utica. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. We get more data over the weekend that'll help us draw the first snowfall maps, and we'll be getting those out as soon as we can. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 26. Tomorrow, temperatures in the upper 30s. Cloudy, rain develops late. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. It's windy over the weekend. Sunday's high 41. That's early in the day. Lake effect snow showers expected Monday and Tuesday. Cold temperatures in the 30s, mostly cloudy Wednesday, and we slowly start to warm up. We'll be in the mid to upper 40s Thursday and Friday. Can't be too picky this time of the year.
No, I guess not.
That's
Thank
shorts
you.
weather. All right.
Yeah.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6.
News with Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get to all those stories in a moment, but first, we want to get you set for the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis in the house to say, well, we've got stuff to deal with. And if you're out shopping and getting stuff ready for the holidays, you want to know what to expect.
Yeah, it looks like Saturday is going to start out cloudy. That's probably the best time to get outside. Maybe if you just want to go for a walk and get some exercise, that's the time to do it, because rain returns late Saturday. We've got wind Saturday night, snow showers Sunday, kind of a gloomy day. So we are going to be contending with weather this weekend, but again, we do get at least a window of dry weather to start. Temperatures are going to remain in the upper 30s to low 40s both weekend days. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's finally dry, at least for now. Temperatures are going to, again, be in the 30s and low 40s over the weekend. Our current temperature at Griffiths and Rome is 36 degrees, so we're still above freezing, but as we head into tonight, I do expect temperatures to fall below freezing. We'll drop into the mid-20s. Again, a dry start to the weekend, but then rain returns late. We're tracking how strong the winds get throughout the weekend and any potential snowfall. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. The weather is quieting down. We've been seeing on and off snow showers for the past couple of days. We do get a break in the weather tonight. We are looking at dry conditions throughout central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Look at this beautiful photo. This is from Tiffany Button in Edmonston. Some of the higher elevations getting a coating of snow, and it looks really pretty sticking to all the trees, especially the pine trees. Really brings out some contrasting colors there. Tomorrow, the winds are back. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 30s. The wind chill is going to make it feel like low 30s, so dress nice and warm if you're going to be heading out in the morning. It's probably the best time to get out and get some exercise. Maybe go for a walk. The winds are going to be lightest in the morning time. This is 7 a.m. The winds pick up in the afternoon. By 1 p.m., winds gusts up to about 10 to 15 miles an hour. You'll really notice the difference here by the evening time. That's when the winds pick up, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Some of these hilltop locations get windy over into the early overnight. The wind direction changes. A cold front arrives, and that's going to bring up the wind. This is early Sunday morning, 5 a.m. Wind gusts between about 35 to 40 miles an hour, and it stays windy throughout Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and Sunday evening with, again, wind gusts up to about 40, maybe as high as 45 miles an hour. So it's not enough to cause any significant damage, but it is going to be very noticeable, that's for sure. And the winds are going to be sticking with us on Monday. Bigger picture shows low pressure finally moving to the east, giving us some breaks in the overcast and some quieter weather. But again, it's very short-lived. The next area of low pressure arrives late tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies in the morning, and it stays overcast throughout the day. We're dry into the early afternoon, and then rain arrives as we head into the evening. Widespread rain overnight. Temperatures will climb into the 40s, and then they'll crash. We're looking at temperatures dropping into the 30s Sunday afternoon. We could see an inch or two of snow accumulation north during the day Sunday. A better chance of accumulating snow Sunday night as lake effect snow develops. The lake effect will continue into Monday night, and Tuesday. The prevailing wind direction favors areas south and west of Utica. It's too early to tell exactly how much, but at this point, it doesn't look to be major. We'll continue to keep you posted. We'll get more information over the weekend as we get new model data. Cloudy skies tonight, low of 26. Tomorrow, cloudy, rain late. Temperatures in the upper 30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Windy as we head into Sunday and Monday. Lake effect snow, feeling like winter. Tuesday, snow showers 38. The weather dries out and warms up, and we'll see melting snow as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Maybe a peak of sun or two.
That'll be nice.
It would be after the last couple of days. All right, thank you, Bill. Coming up next, the American
News with Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to get to all those stories in a moment. First, though, we bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis with a first look at the weekend forecast. A lot of folks are going out. Maybe they're getting their Thanksgiving shopping done, Christmas shopping done. You got to know what to wear.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're just looking to get out, do some exercise or go for a walk, I mean, it's just been such a gloomy week. You could do that tomorrow morning. That's the best time to do it. It'll still be pretty chilly. We're tracking rain that arrives late Saturday, followed by wind Saturday night, and then rain and snow on Sunday with more wind and some colder temperatures. So yeah, Saturday morning looks to be the best time to get outdoors. As you take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, it is dry across central New York, a temperature of 34 degrees, calm winds, cloudy skies. Tonight, it stays mostly cloudy. We drop down into the upper 20s. We are tracking a return to some rain late tomorrow. We're timing that out. We're also looking at how strong the winds get. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight.
Most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. The weather is looking pretty quiet tonight. We're looking at dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Tomorrow, we've got a wind from the east that develops, and it's going to make it feel pretty chilly. We're looking at high temperatures only in the upper 30s. The wind is going to make it feel like low 30s. The wind is lightest in the mornings. If you want to go out and do some walking, maybe go for a run, take the dog out, the best time to do it would be in the morning. The winds are light. The winds will be picking up throughout the day. 1 p.m. wind gusts up to about 10 to 15 miles an hour. It ramps up into the evening, especially along hilltop locations south of the Mohawk Valley. And as winds turn into the west, Saturday night, looking at wind gusts between about 40 to 45 miles an hour. It stays windy into Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. Wind gusts from the west between about 30 to 40 miles an hour. It looks windy again on Monday. The bigger picture shows low pressure heading to the east. And the next one's going to be arriving as we head into tomorrow. We'll start out the day cloudy and cold. Temperatures near 30 degrees in the morning. It's dry throughout the afternoon. Rain will be arriving around dusk, so about 4 to 5 p.m. from the west. Rain becomes widespread overnight. Temperatures will rise into the 40s. Snow showers arrive on Sunday. There could be an inch or two of accumulation north of the Mohawk Valley. It's windy and it's cold throughout Sunday afternoon. Lake effect snow is going to continue into Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday. The wind direction favors areas south and west of Utica. Tonight, cloudy, a low of 26. Tomorrow, clouds give way to rain, 39. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Windy Sunday and Monday. Lake effect snow Monday and Tuesday. Dry weather, warmer as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Jason.
Bill, get your mega numbers out. Here they are. 1,